More Theodosius, the rising sun of the North Indian villages, the architect of the Diocese of Calcutta. It was this monk who belonged to the town of Pathamuttam in the district of Kottayam who gave birth to the North Indian village mission of the Indian Orthodox Syrian Church. In spite of the agony and pain he had about the concept of Indian villages in his heart, he commenced this initiative with prayers. His Grace was born in an ordinary family as the fifth son of Mr. Kurian Chako and Mrs. Mariama Chako on 2nd October 1923. The childhood of Punus was God-centered around the church and its activities. The ringing bells of Pathamuttam Sliva Church, which taught the child how to make the sign of cross, was a center of spiritual knowledge. Very Reverend M.C. Kuriakos Ramban, the spiritual guide of Punus, saw a bright prospect of Malankara in his disciple. The strong fort of Malankara, His Holiness Basilius Georgis II, the third Catholicos of the East, ordained him to the order of priesthood. The turning point in his life was when he read the article of Very Reverend Patros Ramban published in the official magazine of our church, the Malankara Sabha. He was very intellectual in nature and he attained various degrees from different universities. Father Punus celebrated the first Holy Kurbana in outside Kerala at St. George Orthodox Church, Jabalpur. On a fine morning of October 1972, His Grace took charge of the Bhilai mission. He arrived at Bhilai with a new vision to the mission of Indian Orthodox Church outside Kerala. It was a beginning from the desolate. The Indian Orthodox community identified Father Punus as the emerging missionary who had an idea, a vision and knowledge for inspiring the poor in the North Indian villages. The Malankara Church carefully observed the longing, ambition and potential within Father Punus to work among the poor. Therefore, the Malankara Association, held in 1974, elected him to become the Metropolitan. Niranam St. Mary's Orthodox Church, the church which sends out the fragrance of St. Thomas tradition in India. The church, which was founded by St. Thomas in AD 54, stands as the heritage for Indian Christians. While turning back the pages of history of this church, we find that on the blessed day of February 16, 1975, Father Punus was consecrated as His Grace Dr. Stephanos Theodosius, Metropolitan of Madras and Calcutta Diocese. Prayers and devotion, Theodosius overcame all the hurdles and obstacles in reaching to the villages of India. He took St. Thomas Mission and Diocese of Calcutta to new heights. Makodia Mission has become a synonym of village mission in our church. Abhayaniketan Makodia is a subunit of St. Thomas Mission Bhilai. Makodia Mission was started by His Grace Stephanos Theodosius in 1984. The mission started working in Hoshangabad district of MP and ever since is operating from the old bungalow of the British, which was built in 1940. Abhiniketan strives to improve the lives of disadvantaged children, their families and communities through an approach that puts villages at the center of community development. Since 2000, Abhiniketan helps villages access their rights to proper health care, basic education and healthy environment, protection from abuse and exploitation, participation in decisions that affect their lives. His Grace was successful in adopting Kesla, Sivni and Malwa blocks, which had 100 villages within them. The integral development of all persons, irrespective of race, caste or creed, so that they may individually and collectively have an abundant life. A holistic approach to literacy, health, education and poverty alleviation are its thrust areas of action through a process of empowerment and rights-based approach. As a result of this, His Grace Stephanos Theodosius introduced the project Vimochan. Vimochan is a prison rehabilitation program run by St. Thomas Mission. It is the prison ministry in the Dog Central Jail of Chhattisgarh in the year 2003. The objective of Vimochan is to equip the prisoners to integrate with the mainstream of society through counseling and vocational training. This scheme intends to transform the criminal habits and maroon life of more than 1,200 inmates through free vocational training and other recreational activities. The key activities of these projects are counseling, vocational training, computer, tailoring, electrical and electronics training, providing recreational facilities, conducting literacy, arts and sports competitions. Jeevan Jyoti Vilay is a project that aims at free education for children from low-income families in the age group of 3 to 10 years. The center has 20 children. Life skill training is also imparted here. It covers the cost of teachers, study materials and refreshments for the children in this project. His Grace took up the initiative for building up a new seminary meant for the North Indian children. With this motive, he started the seminary at Bhilai St. Thomas Ashram. Further, the seminary was shifted to Nagpur. His Grace served as the first principal of St. Thomas Orthodox Theological Seminary, Nagpur. Even while offering the body and blood of Christ for the thousands of faithful before God, his heart prayed for the people of the downtrodden villages. Heavenly sacraments done by His Grace remains as a godly experience for the faithful.
I am doing a mission outside Canada. All these years I have been in that field. We have for so many, at least 9 or 10 spiritual organizations in our church. But until this time, not a single person has been doing the mission work and the work that we are doing in Makodia. It's a wonderful work. But because of the shortage of the people to come and join with us, I was forced to take from outside Hindu boys I have to take to do this work. Why not? Our church is very ancient and it's a commitment of Jesus Christ to go and give this gospel to all of the people. Why not you think about this also? You have to send youngsters for work among the poor people in North India, especially in villages. That is wonderful work for our church. That is the thing I have to.
Maybe your message for the children.
This very, it is a good platform for the youngsters, especially those who are outside Kerala, to learn about our faith and traditions and history. And in that way, Christians also should encourage them, and the language problem is always there. The trained Christians should come forward to impart the faith and tradition, the history of church, and very hard work is needed among these students.